Greetings and thank you for dropping by once again for the latest edition of Mentor Mike's Market Movie. Today is Thursday, March 15th, the Ides of March 2012, and we've got the market stopped here at 4 a.m. Pacific time, and we're about to start the clock on our 1-minute chart of the June contract of the S&P emini. Here we go. Okay, notice that the long-term moving average is right in the middle of our MA cluster there. Okay, it looks like we want to break to the upside, and I'm going to get in now that it's pulled back just a tad bit. Let's see what happens. Okay. I knew the probabilities favored an upside breakout because we had our MACD in a bullish crossover. And at this time of the day, it's a fairly reliable read. Okay, stopped out. Pause it. Draw our first trade arrow. And let's start up again. I didn't take this long trade because it looked like we were going to have a crossover on the MACD, which eventually we did. All right, we have broken to the downside of the red moving average and the zero line here. We want to get the stochastic up a little higher on the scale before we short. Well, that looks like it may be as good as we can get. It's starting to curve over here, and now the white is ready to cross below the red, so let's get short. Now we are approaching quarter after 6. 6:30 is when the stock market opens. The fact that we had a high in the pre-market and now we're heading towards a low strongly suggests that that first turning point that comes in shortly after the open of the market is going to be a low. And you can see the price is clinging to that long-term moving average, but I'd be willing to bet that it will eventually break to the downside. Now, finally hit the second target. Okay, and we're stopped out. All right, our low here is in at about 653, very much in the window of opportunity for that first turning point. So let's draw our trade arrow. Let's see, we got in right after we broke below the red here, right? So there's that. And again, this is appears to be a counter trend trade, but actually what you'll see is that the direction is going to change, and it's one of the few places we can do that. But virtually every day we get a turning point in that vicinity. Yep, there it is. Enough to hit our stop. Now, it's turning back to the upside. Notice that it hit our first target, then went down and hit our stop. And now we've got a strong upward bias on the white moving average and on the MACD, and the stochastic is likewise heading up. When we get closer to flipping that parabolic, I will be interested in getting long. Well, it's a good thing I waited. Ooh, look at that. Now, Okay, the second target. And stopped out. Pause for a moment. Now, there's a theory that says on this time frame the MACD shows some major swings in a directional way, and we are fairly high up above our red moving average. So what if we shorted this and wrote it back down? One of two things will happen. Either it's going to get in that vicinity and bounce up and go higher, or it's going to break on through and go lower, in which case we'll already be on board. Well, let's give it a shot. It's going to get right in the neighborhood of that red moving average. Now, what's it going to do? Is it going to keep on going, or is it going to stall out and turn around? The fact that it goes a little bit lower doesn't really mean anything. The zone of influence of the moving average is kind of a fuzzy area. It doesn't stop dead right at the line, in other words. Okay, we're stopped out. And we've almost got a bullish crossover on the MACD. And the stochastic is already in the upper half, so let's get long. Okay, stopped out again. Ooh, look what happened here. Well, let's draw our arrow first. A lot of times when the market stabs below the red moving average like that and doesn't give time for the MACD and the stochastic to really react, it ends up being a fake out. It kind of goes back the other way. So this is one time when I'm going to 108 and see if the white starts to come down below the red. No, it doesn't look like it wants to do that. Watch that blue moving average. Look at the white is staying above. Oh yeah. We're going to get long. Well, we got the alignment, but we're kind of stuck in a sideways channel nonetheless. There we go. God damn it. Got a sticky finger. Okay, stopped out. Well, that's a long arrow. Now, we are right in the window where the second of our typical 3 turning points occurs, and notice that we've already got the MACD in a bearish configuration. Let's take a chance and short this thing, and I'll bet you we'll hit at least the first target. I suspect what this is a wave 4. I think we've got some kind of bizarre wave 2 situation over here on the left. This high here is probably wave 3 of this bullish impulse pattern, and now we're going to do some kind of pullback here for wave 4. That being the case, there's a real good chance that it will go south of the red here, and all it's got to do is just go a little bit below it to hit our first target. Keeps flirting with it, but no luck yet. Fine. Okay, let's pause that. Okay, we rode this all the way from the top, and we should be out of that trade actually. So I'm going to close it, and it will officially close as soon as I start the data. Let's see. There we short it again. Looks like it ought to go down far enough. Let's see. All right. Oops, stopped out again. Now, we had a very sharp turnaround. The MACD is about ready to cross, and the stochastic is about ready to break into the upper half of its scale here, which suggests that this is the bottom of that corrective wave, and we're going to go into probably wave 5. Here's 3, here's 4. Now, we're also a little bit on the early side for the third turning point, but you have to appreciate what creates these turning points. Delta turning points coincide with the turning points of Elliott wave. So we've got the other two, and this is more than likely the third one here. So let's get aggressive. Okay, stopped it. All right. White is now above red. The stochastic is ready to turn to the upside, and the price is ready to break above the white, which has stayed above the red despite the price stabbing down below it. And I'm thinking maybe this is 1, 2, and now we're going to head off into 3. So let's take a shot. Okay. Okay, stopped out. Well, I was kind of asleep at the switch there. I think we missed our chance to get long there. Well, let's see what happens. All right, check this out. Our stochastic was oversold and is now coming out. Our white is still above red here. White is still above red here. I don't know which way this thing's going to go, but I think there's one more upside shot here based on the stochastic. The last time that we were down in the oversold zone was right at the start of this last crossover. Also, what have we got here? This could be 1, 2. This is probably wave 4 of 3. I'm thinking this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And we got one more shot at the upside here. And 4 tends to be the stronger of the two corrective waves, and that's why the stochastic has gone so low. So if we get in right here, especially where the price is actually hanging down near the bottom of the price bar, we probably stand our best shot of hitting that first target. So remember, it's counterintuitive sometimes not to wait for more confirmation, but oftentimes by the time you get that confirmation, you've stayed too long. Okay. All right, there's our 5. And we're stopped out. Okay. All right, let's see what else we got here. Where it's about 1:45. Ooh, dare we? White's above red, but it has an awfully substantial downward slope. Well, we're pretty far ahead here today. Let's take one more shot. Actually, I would have liked to have gotten in before that last price bar, but you don't always get that choice. All right. And we are stopped out. And that is definitely it for me. And the time is up. It looks like our wave 5 here was one of those sort of sideways pennant types. I'm still thinking it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, and who knows, C. We didn't get to finish. But it was a fairly safe bet that the breakouts would come to the upside because in this instance, we had white above the red the whole time in both MACD and on the moving averages. So not such a bad deal. Okay, so what is our score? It is 22.62.50. Not too bad. And how many trades? We got to compress it a little bit here. 1, 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 and 0. And it looks like we actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 turning points today. This one, actually, this was it. 1, 2. This one didn't really count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, drop on by the next time.